So the question is, why do we want to learn about rocks? What can we learn about rocks and why are they important to study? Well, here at the museum and here in Alberta, rocks can tell us a whole lot about the ancient past and about the environment. So if you were in Drumheller right now, you might be going for a little walk and you can see these stripes in the hill. Now thinking again about our rock types, what rock type lays down in big, thick layers? Everyone shout it out.
Sedimentary!
That's right. So we have a lot of different types of sedimentary rock here in the hills. And when we see these big, thick layers, we have a special science word for the layers. We call it stratification. Can everyone say stratification?
Stratification!
Now that's a big science word, so we need to say it like scientists. So everyone sit up nice and straight. Okay, put your fingers on your chin. Turn to your neighbor and say, yes, stratification. There you go. Now you sound very smart, just like the scientists here at the museum, so good job. Why don't we have a closer look at some of these stratified layers, beginning with this light rock down here. This is sandstone. And we saw sandstone in our rock quiz there. Now sandstone is an interesting rock. It tells us a lot about the environment because sand is laid down in really fast-moving water. So when we find sandstone in the hills here, we know that at some point in time in ancient Alberta, there would have been, well, fast-moving water. Maybe rivers, maybe floodplains, maybe even deltas or ocean ways as well would have been flowing through here at some point in time. Now we also have this brown rock here, and this is mudstone. So hands up, maybe in the summertime, who's been to the lake or a pond and felt some squishy mud between your toes? Anybody? Okay. Well, that's because mud is laid down in really slow-moving water. So again, floodplains, ponds, lakes, things like that. So when we find mudstone in the hill, we know that at some point in the ancient environment, there would have been, well, a lot of slow-moving water, perhaps flooded areas or swampy environments. So again, it's starting to paint a picture of what the environment used to look like. Now we have a really special rock to us here in Drumheller, that is black rock here. This is coal. Now what can we do with coal, everyone, that we can't do with other rocks? Raise your hand. Who knows? Okay, let's go to the middle there, kind of the jean jacket, white pockets and dark hair.
You can like make fire.
Yeah, that's right. We can make fire, we can burn it, right? So we can burn it to create energy. So a long time ago, they would have used coal to, heat their homes, even to run steam engines, things like that. And coal is actually why people came out to Drumheller in the first place, as people were looking for coal, more resources for just that purpose. Now, coal is a fossil fuel made up of lots and lots of plants. That's why we can burn it. So for every meter of coal we find in the Badlands or in the hills, we can assume there was 10 meters of plant life and material that have been compressed over time to form that coal. And last but not least, we have this red-brown layer, and this is called ironstone. And what do you think we have a lot of in ironstone? Everyone shout it out.
Iron!
Yeah, iron, that's right, pretty easy, hey? So iron is a type of metal, and the interesting thing about this rock is it's kind of this reddish brown color. But actually, if we take it out of the ground, it starts off kind of purpley blue, a really dark color, and then it turns this brown-red color. So because there's metal here, I want you to think maybe to an old bike you've seen sitting out in the rain, perhaps a really old car you see driving around. What's happening to the metal on that old bike or that car? Anyone? Let's go to the front row in the orange sweater.
Rust.
Yeah, it's starting to rust or oxidize, right? So the same thing that's happening to the bike or the bumper, that's happening to this ironstone as well. The iron in this rock, as it gets exposed to the elements, well, it starts to rust and turn this brownish color. Now, ironstone is formed in very swampy environments where we see lots of plant life, lots of water as well. So once again, if we put together all of the rock types here in the Badlands, it's really painting a great picture of the ancient Alberta environment.